All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the 12 News Connected Desk. I'm Keith Grant. We have a major update in the case of the two Kansas women murdered last year in Oklahoma. What's next in the murder case? We'll get on that here in just a few minutes. But first, let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Ross Jansen. Not a whole lot of fall. That's the story for today because it's warm again. But it's supposed to cool down, right?
I've run into a lot of people that are still talking about false fall. I mean,
Yeah.
we had that for a couple of days, and now is this fake summer? I don't know. I mean, when you look at the calendar and think mid-October, it's supposed to be fall around here, but this calendar that we're going to show you right now backs up this whole idea that October really hasn't set in yet as far as the weather is concerned, because the average high is in the low 70s right now, and we've been seeing a lot of 80s. Think about this. 12 out of the 15 days this month, we have hit 80 degrees, and we're back above 80 this afternoon. So it's been really strange as of late, and it looks like things are going to be changing later this week with our next cold front coming in. Now, the next couple of days, the wind is a factor, and you'll see wind speeds right now are strongest out across western Kansas. That's going to continue through the rest of the afternoon into the evening, and then looking ahead to Thursday, 2:30, kind of a snapshot out of the forecast tomorrow. It's looking like wind gusts of 30 to 40 once again through central and western Kansas. So it's your classic Kansas windy day, and it's from the south. So that can only mean that these 80s that we're having today are going to stick around to tomorrow. And it's widespread. We're not the only ones experiencing this surge of summer that's coming back in October, because it stretches all the way into the middle of the country, the southern plains, the upper Midwest, and across the Great Lakes area, experiencing some very warm weather. It is going to end at the end of this week, and this is what we're going to be looking at as we approach Thursday evening. Thunderstorms in western Kansas, and a few of those could produce some small hail and some wind gusts of around 50 to maybe 60. Then that front's going to be reaching central Kansas Friday morning, so we could start the day with just a few showers, not anything heavy, not anything widespread, but on your way to work and school, it's possible there'll be some rain just west of Wichita. And then problematic here for high school football games Friday night. As the front continues to move through the area, we're going to have a close encounter with some showers and thunderstorms. If we're lucky enough, maybe we'll get the games going on and then they'll wrap up before the storms begin to form, but it's going to be a close call. And that front, by the way, not just a chance for storms, but that's also delivering a return of October weather. So it will come back to Kansas.
You mean October weather that we're supposed to have?
That we're supposed to have, and it will be with us for at least a couple of days before early next week it warms up again.
Wow, at least we get a little bit of fall for the weekend. You can do whatever you want.
It's going to change,
Okay.
and when November goes wickedly cool around here,
Okay.
I don't want anybody complaining.
Exactly. Ross said it first. All right, we'll be right back after the break. All right, welcome back. A major update in the case of two Kansas women murdered last year in Oklahoma, the Panhandle there out west. One of the 5 people involved in the murder case pleaded no contest this morning. We're going to bring up our web story on kwch.com. You're going to see some video from our partner station in Amarillo, who's also been covering this case, which, by the way, so we have one of the 5 people involved in the murder case pleaded no contest this morning, which includes 2 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly. So Tiffany Adams, she's the one that pleaded no contest, will now be sentenced in January. Prosecutors say Adams helped kill the 2 women in March 2024 during a bitter child custody dispute involving Butler's children. Both Butler and Kelly disappeared while traveling to pick up Butler's kids from Adams, Tiffany Adams. Weeks later, investigators found their bodies in a freezer buried on rural land in Texas County, Oklahoma. Adams is the mother of Butler's ex-husband. 4 others, we've got Paul Grice, Tad Cullum, and Cole and Cora Twombly, were also charged in the case. Adams entered her plea this week in Oklahoma, and once again, that sentencing set to be in January. Okay, ChatGPT, that's the chatbot created by OpenAI, has quickly become a part of daily life for millions of people, even AI, but we're talking about ChatGPT in specific today. Using it without thinking about privacy could put your information at risk. We've got Chris Jackman to break down the do's and don'ts when you use ChatGPT.
ChatGPT has seen explosive growth in recent years.
ChatGPT is actually the fastest adopted consumer technology in history so far. Millions of people jumped on it right away.
The program is a type of artificial intelligence called large language model. You type in a question or prompt, and it responds almost instantly.
It was one that really broke the dam and got generative AI and chatbots on the minds of the American public.
R.J. Cross, Online Life Program Director at the U.S. Public Interest Research Group, or PIRG, says ChatGPT is here to stay, but it also comes with significant privacy concerns.
Has that been something that people have brought up, and what should people know?
Privacy is a huge question with any of the chatbot services, and ChatGPT in particular right now. You should not assume that any of your chats with ChatGPT are actually private. That in particular with OpenAI is because there's an ongoing court case with a legal order that has said that OpenAI needs to retain chat logs indefinitely because deleting them could be deleting evidence.
Her advice for ChatGPT users?
My personal rule for myself is I never say anything to ChatGPT that I wouldn't be okay with someone else reading.
She also recommends never providing any sensitive information.
OpenAI does not have to follow HIPAA.
For consumers worried about their data, PIRG has a privacy tips guide, including how to opt out of having your chats used in training. With this watching your wallet, I'm Chris Jackman.
All right, that's all we have right now from the 12 News Connect desk. Be sure to join us for 12 News starting at 4.